The Edge Whitetails November 8th evening edition starts right now. Alright, welcome back to a new episode. This is the evening edition of the Edge Whitetails November 8th. And if you watched this morning, I had pretty good action, but I had to get out of there a lot earlier than I would have wanted to. But things come up, and that's what happens. And what we're going to do this evening, we're going to go to a stand I have not hunted yet this season. It's back towards the river, right up along the backwater. I call it the backwater stand, and it's a cruising area, and it's on the east side, like southeast of the food plot. So I'm going to slip in there. I think we got a good wind for it. It's almost straight out of the north, kind of, so north to northwest. There's some weather coming in tomorrow. Supposed to have some rain, and that's going to change things up. Today got to almost 60. I think I saw 59 in the car when we were coming back. So it's warm, but it's, as I've said this before, it's also November 8th. So we're going to slowly get in there. I want to be as quiet as possible. And we're going to see what tonight brings. November 8th, hoping to catch a big boy cruising, following up a doe, maybe even just hanging out. I don't care what he's doing as long as he comes by me. Kind of went a little different on where I parked again tonight. A little different. Kind of got my own little garage right here. Got a willow bat to the north. Tree blocking the east. Tucked in pretty good, so we'll see how that works out. It's pretty hidden. That's what I was afraid of. I just bumped two. I don't know what they are. Right at the bottom of the thicket here. Sometimes I wonder if you'd be better off just getting to the dang stand. I don't know. Since I could get in here early today, I wanted to be back in further. Hope that didn't screw things up too bad. Luckily, I'm downwind of them, so I'm almost in the stand too. That's it up into the stand. And like I said, I sure hated bumping those two deer. I think they were bedded right at the bottom of the thicket here. So right here is the very southeast corner of the east thicket. And as you can see, that east thicket runs all the way up there to the top of the food plots. Now we're on the back side, we're on the east side of the east thicket, and the wind is blowing from that east thicket to me and then out over the river over there. Now we're hoping that we don't get them right over here, but we're hoping that they come cruising up this angle and then right out front. Got a great big old mock scrape right out in front that they've been using, and you can get them cruising from the north. Now also, if you remember back in March when I made all those hinge cuts, the start of the L on them hinge cuts, I made it kind of in a great big L shape. Actually starts like right over in there and goes all the way back towards the river, which is about 100 yards back from there. The river's on a great big bend down in through here. So there could be deer bedded back there that'll come across. They could really come from all over in here, so it's a real comfortable stand to sit. Typically I hunt it in the mornings, but being able to get in here earlier with not having to work today, I opted to come in, and to my knowledge, all I bumped was those two right at the bottom of the east thicket. So I'm not gonna let that bug me too much, and we're gonna hope that we get some action back here for you this evening. And we're gonna be hunting pretty much all weekend now, so we're gonna see if we can make something happen tonight. Even though it's warm, and I'm hopeful that it'll be good. So hang in there with us. It is warm, warm, warm. I definitely did not need this jacket, but I imagine it'll be a little bit different here in an hour or two. So, but not exactly ideal temperatures for rut activity. But let's see if we can buck the system tonight. That's the same one from last night that was dogging those does in the food plot. He just come right down the east thicket on that trail that I cleared out last March. Just need a big guy to do that. Still pretty cool though. Man, I love watching them. Just watching them do their thing. And them not knowing I'm here at all. Pretty cool. I just spotted that little guy just came by, and then I just spotted a bigger deer crossing up there. I couldn't even tell what it was, but it was crossing right below the pond. We'll see if maybe it ends up down this way, I'm not sure. I think it's a nice body, but I lost sight of him now. The wind completely in my favor like it is. I decided to give a few grunts, but now I'm going to have to really be on the lookout. If he does make his way down here, he's going to want to circle downwind, but he's got to get past me from where he's at. And from where he's at to get downwind of me, he's going to have to come through a shooting lane, so that's exactly why I grunted. Just to see, if anything, even if it's not a buck I want to shoot, get a better look at it. So, hang with me, we'll find out. Well, whatever that was, gonna lapse the time now about 10 minutes, and haven't made its way down this way, so gonna kind of relax again. It just swung right into those, where I did the hinge cuts in that new bedding area there, and he pumped up that big toe, and she had a couple of yearlings with her yet, and as you can see, she wasn't ready yet either, but with his loss of interest now, I 100% guarantee she's not ready, so, and still has the junior in tow, so they headed off to the south. He circled by right here. I mean, in ball range there, that's what we're looking for out of the spot. This is another spot where they're reading the playbook. It's just not the right animal read that, but we're plugging away. Man, that's fun. It's so fun to see them do that. Just doing their thing. I love it. It's truly one of my greatest passions is being out here in the month of November. It's fantastic. Just love watching them do their thing. We got plenty of time yet tonight, and we've already had a lot of action, so we're gonna keep after here, keep hanging with it. Two little bucks walking together. They split up now. One went east, and the other one's headed across the backwater. Probably looking to go check the hinge cuts. So it's kind of interesting, those two little dudes walking up here together. But man, lots of good movement tonight. And we still got an hour. So it's been really good, really exciting. So much fun. That was that same 6-pointer from earlier that was bumping those does around. He did another full loop there on that bedding area, the hinge cut bedding area. If you remember, he went to the north on me and then cut right back around. It must have went right back through. We are definitely in. Yeah, there he goes. He's headed straight west now. He's headed out to the fields. We're definitely in a very ideal cruising spot. As you can see tonight, we just haven't had the bigger bucks do it. But eventually they will. See, the problem is is a lot of times when them first does come into estrus, the mature bucks are the ones, as you can imagine, are the ones that are going to take over her. So when you see all these little guys parking around, the bigger one's probably on a doe somewhere, and it's just going to take, time. So very, very cool on here tonight. I know I've said that like 100 times, but it was very fun. So I'm not gonna quite wrap this up yet, as you can see we got a little bit of time yet. So as this winds down tonight, it's really got my head going because I was actually reluctant to come to this stand because according to that camera you just saw, there's been nothing but raccoons, the occasional deer, and turkeys, like pretty much exclusively. There really hasn't been anything in front of that camera. And it's really got me wondering, because as you can see, I've had deer all around me tonight, and not a single one of them has walked in front of that. Now, stuff has pawed, and that's great, and for whatever reason, maybe it's been the does that I've had on it or whatever, but I'm really starting to wonder if there's something about cellular cameras or certain cameras that deer just maybe get tired of their picture getting taken. Maybe it just kind of strays them away. I'm not going to call it spook them, but do they start avoiding it is what I've got rattling around in my head. And it's interesting because it seems as though I get my best big buck pictures right after I move a camera to a new spot. Once they've been in a spot, in certain spots, and have been there soaking for a long time, the pictures actually seem to fall off. And then if I move them around, it seems like I get a good batch of pictures again. May just be coincidence this year, but I don't know. I'm going to keep testing this theory, and we're going to see over time here if that is truly the case. If I can manage it, I'm going to try and move a couple of these here in the coming days and see if it makes a difference on getting big buck pictures, especially. I mean, I've had plenty of does in front of the cameras, but for whatever reason, and my cameras have been in the same spot now for about a month. For whatever reason, the bigger buck pictures have dried up some. So, just a theory. Let me know in the comments what you think, and something we can chatter back and forth about. We'd love to get some interaction in the comments, so let me know your thoughts on this. I'm really curious. It's getting dark fast. We're pretty high in this tree right here. So with him cruising by, I'm going to wrap up this episode November 8th of the Edge Whitetails evening edition. But we're going to be right back at it in the morning. I may get right back in the stand. I got to check the wind. We seem to be right where everything's traveling. It's just a matter of getting a big one to do it. With what I've seen tonight, I would love to have this stand about 30 yards south of where I'm at, but we'll live with it. If a big one comes like that, I think I can give him a soft grunt or something and get him within range. So, like I said, we're going to wrap this up. A fantastic evening. Beautiful set. It was warm, but lots of action, and it's fun to sit when it's warm because, let's be honest, I don't like getting cold, but just all in all, a good hunt. But let me know in those comments on your thoughts with the trail cameras, the cellular ones, or maybe just trail cams in general. Do you think the deer start avoiding them, at least the mature deer? It's something to ponder on and something to study up on. So we're going to wrap this up. And thanks as always for watching. Hit that subscribe button, tell all your friends, and tune in tomorrow for another episode. We should have another twofer unless we kill in the morning. You never know. So we're going to wrap this up and check back with us tomorrow. And thanks for watching this episode of the Edge Whitetails. I'm Eric Johnston, and remember to get outdoors.